Okay, chalo, full. Sanjyot, all the best.
Hey Salil, don't scare me. What all the best?
I'll have fun, I'm saying.
I'll do 1, 2, 3 takes. ऐसा.
Take 10, yaar.
Whenever you see Chef Sanjyot Keer on screen, your mind automatically thinks,
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Sanjyot Keer here. Welcome to IFL.
"What's up, guys? Welcome to IFL." But this is not that kind of show. Nor am I making chart today. What are we making, Chef?
So, what's up, guys?
You had to say that.
Yeah, I had to. We're doing a Falooda. Mango ka season hai and summer hai. So I'm doing a Falooda, but we're doing another different take on it. I'm going to do boba.
Wow. So instead of vermicelli.
Yes. So traditional Falooda mein vermicelli hoti hai and it's made out of cornstarch. It adds to that chewy texture in the Falooda.
Okay.
And I'm replacing it with boba because it's again chewy and it tastes incredible.
Okay.
And you wanted me to do something trendy.
Yeah,
so
and,
that's why
and
boba.
it's Asian.
Yes.
So you wanted to do something Asian.
Yes.
So let's get started.
So let's get started. So the process is we need to make a paste out of brown sugar, water and tapioca starch.
Okay.
So here I'm adding...
So now, my kitchen, I make it.
Okay.
You can chill.
All right.
You can give me
Perfect.
instructions. I know you can't stop cooking, but you can try.
Perfect. Chutti time for me.
Chutti time.
Great.
Just for a few hours.
Yes. We'll take a few minutes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's you. 4 recipes in a day and all that.
Yes.
Chalo.
So that's brown sugar. It's 60 grams.
Okay.
Just add it into the pan. Whole of it.
You literally cook very meticulously, huh?
I don't actually.
No?
No, I am a full that nani dadi types.
But no,
Andaz wala khana.
But then see, when you're cooking for the audience, you kind of need to give precise instructions, which is why
Yes, I do.
your recipes are like
The
that.
water goes in.
That you can put, yeah. So, itna rules nahi hai idhar.
And I'm adding tapioca starch in it. So,
Okay. All together.
yeah. No, this is just about 5 grams. So the process is like you need to make a paste out of it. It's water, brown sugar and little amount of tapioca starch.
Okay.
Isko pakana hai achhe se. And then we'll make a dough out of it. So boba is basically made out of tapioca starch. Sabudana hi hai basically. Dekha jaye
So
to.
this is like your replacement for the chewy vermicelli,
Yes,
basically.
yes. So you just need to cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes. Yeah, so once it thickens, you need to take a whisk, switch kar lena hai. Nahi to lumps ban jayenge isme.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is like a roux, fully.
So you just need to now continuously whisk it until it turns a little thick. That's it.
I have a question for you while this is getting whisked. When did you first step into the kitchen? Like, people don't know actually what your background is. Did you ever cook in a restaurant or you just started cooking for YouTube?
So first it was, I have been cooking since I was a kid and लगभग 8 साल का था, लेकिन I remember it's around 12 when I actually started to cook. Like weekly I used to cook a lot of meals in my home. And it all started when I first saw someone cook pav bhaji on the street. So that is where it all started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in Mumbai.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so yeah, pav bhaji makes sense.
Yes. You just need to cook this like for about a minute more and then we'll start adding the tapioca starch into it. We'll switch off the flame.
So why not a restaurant? What made you want to become a content chef?
So content creation did not happen. It was not a strategic plan or something that I wanted to be a content creator. It was not my first choice. I got out of college very early. I got to work on MasterChef. So I was working with Chef Ranveer, Chef
Oh, really?
Sanjeev, yes, and Chef Vikas Khanna. And it was a great experience. There is where I first saw food content being made.
Okay.
And it was on such a huge scale. It took like an army to, shoot a food show.
Yeah.
That is where I think, subconsciously I thought of first making content.
Okay.
But I wanted to study further. I wanted to travel abroad.
So you've not studied cooking?
I've done my hotel management.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I have. But I wanted to do my post-grad from UK. And at that moment of time in my family, there was a big financial problem and I could not travel. So I joined my father, I gave up cooking completely, worked with him for like about 1.5 years. I'll take it from here.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So that is when I just kept thinking that how do I stay in touch with food?
Okay.
And that is when I started shooting content on weekends.
Okay.
So I almost shot about 100 videos पहले and then was my first video uploaded. तो वो
Okay.
बहुत लोगों को नहीं पता है.
तो वो 100 videos का क्या हुआ?
नहीं गए ना फिर उसके बाद upload हुए
Back to
obviously.
back.
Yes.
Okay.
So So I think this is done. ऐसे pasty हो जाना चाहिए.
Looks like,
Yeah, this is how it should look like.
This is extremely exciting for me because I've never seen boba being made from scratch, and anything when you make from scratch, it's really exciting because you know
fun.
it's not come from a packet.
Yes. So this is what you do, and you switch off the flame. ठीक है. अभी यहाँ पर मेरे पास tapioca starch है, which is 135 grams.
Okay.
ठीक है. So it's 1 part of water and 2 parts of tapioca starch. It's very simple.
Water as in you mean this pasty stuff?
Water हमने 70 ml लिया और 140 ml total tapioca starch ले लिया. So it's 1:2 if you want to make any quantity of it.
And he says he doesn't cook with like precision.
This recipe needs that
Come on,
precision.
we'll give
It's
it to you.
more like
You are precise, very.
So I'm adding this tapioca starch slowly into it so that we don't have lumps.
Shall I?
Yeah, you can. थोड़ा सा जोर लगाना पड़ेगा इसमें.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
All yours
चलो.
now.
Yeah. So हाँ, अभी तो ये काफ़ी gooey हो गया है and इसका टेम्परेचर भी थोड़ा सा देख सकते हो नीचे आ गया. I can touch it now.
Okay.
So what we'll do is I'm going to transfer this. इसको off flame ले लेते हैं.
Okay.
और बाकी का जो starch है इसमें धीरे धीरे incorporate करके फिर एक डो बना लेंगे.
When it's room temperature, then you'll add more flour.
Still a little warm.
Okay.
Handle करने लायक हो जाना चाहिए हाथों से बस.
Okay.
And धीरे धीरे इसमें starch डालना शुरू कर देंगे. ठीक है.
Tell me your first video that was apparently shot in one angle. From there to now here, where you create an entire storyline with in 5 minutes. Like every recipe of yours, I think is actually shot by somebody who's actually making movies because they're such beautiful videos.
Yeah.
How did this change happen?
So, first video when I shot, I did not have any professional equipment. I did not have the funds to, actually create content. So it was just a trial shoot what I had done with a friend, and it was a pav bhaji bruschetta.
Okay.
So that is what I had done at that time, and I did not know what I want to do with content.
So pav bhaji is like your soul recipe. It inspired you. Then your first video was pav bhaji.
Yes, it is, because that is what got me into the kitchen. So I always have a lot of respect for it, and I still love cooking it for a lot of people and for myself too.
Okay.
So that was the first recipe, and at that time I did not know that I wanted to become a content creator. It was just a trial shoot what I had done.
Okay.
And it turned out to be so good that I showed it to my father, and I was like, I want to do this on weekends. So that is how my content creation journey started.
Okay.
So I used to rent out cameras. I started shooting on my dining table in my living room. And yeah, it just all began over there. I remember, we had an overhead rig. So it was costing about 13,000 at that time.
Okay, tell us, what is an overhead rig?
So basically, you have a camera which needs to be mounted to something.
Okay.
So to create that tabletop shot, a flat lay basically. So I did not have the money to buy it. So what I did is I cut a hole into my false ceiling, and I drilled a rod into it, onto the ceiling, onto the slab.
Okay.
And that fixture cost me about $500, and that is where my camera was mounted for the next 3 years. And slowly we, realized that we need to build a team now. We are working with brands. We are doing so much of content. And dhire dhire then we built our studio. I invested back into equipment, and it's been a 6-year journey to get here where we are. So it did not happen overnight. It took in a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, sleepless nights. Sometimes we've produced videos for 3 nights straight without sleeping.
Okay.
And yes, if someone says it's not possible, it is possible to do whatever you want to do.
I also had a sleepless night when you said that I'm supposed to be making boba from scratch when I can buy it. Why do chefs make you make things from scratch when you can just buy it?
Because that's what chefs do, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Too much hard work. Show me what the texture of this is when it's ready.
It's like clay. It's like so doughy. It's like Play-Doh. So now once this is done, you need to shape these into boba, like pearls or whatever. Sabudana. थोड़े से बड़े size के.
Okay.
That we need to do. उसके पहले we need to keep some water to boil so that we can cook these in that water.
Okay.
तब तक वो हो जाएगा. तो यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा, ठीक है, इसमें पानी डाल देते हैं. So the water should be at least 5 times of the quantity of boba.
Okay.
हाँ, उससे ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है, उससे कम नहीं होना चाहिए.
Okay, and it'll basically boil in these.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to boil it for like about 20 minutes.
Okay.
इसको ढक देते हैं. ठीक है. So now काम पे लग जाओ. अभी बनाते हैं pearls इसके. ठीक है. You need to take a very छोटू सा thing and बस
How do you decide what recipe to cook next on your channel?
So that's a lot of factors actually. There's sometimes what I want to cook, I just feel like cooking, or sometimes what I like to eat during a particular time in the year. Like right now it's summers, so I'll be doing beverages, I'll be doing summer recipes since I want to, cook those recipes. It's not always that I think according to how my audiences are going to react to a recipe. There are a few recipes which I, go through a lot of comments, a lot of requests कि ये बनाइए, ये करिए. तो वो जो recipes होती हैं वो audiences के हिसाब से होती हैं. So it's a mix of both. And then I always have a calendar, like a seasonal calendar. I have holidays in it, I have like festivals in it.
Okay.
And just like a restaurant menu, I have a menu decided for a month.
Okay.
So that is how I decide recipes. So right now I'm doing like a few mango recipes, I'm doing some beverages, I'm doing like aam panna, I'm doing a jaljeera, and then there would be some recipes. I would be doing some Indo-Chinese, I'll be doing some Indian home-cooked meals. So it's a mix of everything.
Is there anything which is not food-led that has inspired you to create a recipe?
Rather, I'll say that it's inspired all my life to cook. When I was a kid and I used to see my mom cook, and whenever she served something to the guests or our family, everybody used to have these big smiles on their faces. And I always felt as a kid that my mom had a superpower to make people smile, and I wanted that superpower as a kid. And yes, and when I cooked my first pav bhaji in my kitchen, and when I served it to my mom and dad and my sister, they had big smiles.
Okay.
And that is the day I knew that, I can have this superpower.
Okay.
And that is what I do today. I cook food, I share my recipes with so many people around the world.
Yeah.
And I'm
Several
just
million people around the world.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to spread smiles.
Clearly this is smiling at us.
Yes. You need to get it to a roaring boil.
Okay.
That's how you cook it. We've made a few. What you just need to do is you need to just sprinkle it with some more starch so that when they cook, they don't stick to each other.
Okay.
So you just heavily coat them with starch. Once you've coated them, I'm just using a sieve to just dust off any excess starch.
Okay.
तो ये एक sieve में डाल दीजिए.
And write it.
Yeah, and just dust off some excess starch, and you can just add these into the water.
There you go.
So to cook the boba, you need to actually boil it for like 20 minutes, medium flame pe. And then once it's boiled for 20 minutes, gas ko band kar do, cover it up and let it rest and poach it for like about 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's when your boba will be ready, it'll turn
Okay.
translucent.
Okay.
You remove it, strain it, and then coat it with a sugar syrup. I'm using brown sugar syrup, you can use date syrup, honey, you just coat it. And then you can use it to make any kind of a boba tea or a boba coffee or a boba milkshake. We are making Falooda today.
Okay.
तो फिर एक mango flavored milk बना लेंगे.
Okay.
ये process हमने कर लिया है. So now we can strain the boba. ठीक है? So you can strain. मैं bowl और pan पकड़ लेता हूँ.
Thank you.
ठीक है? And after we are done with straining, we'll coat this with brown sugar. तो brown sugar का syrup बनाना भी बहुत आसान है. You can just take 250 grams of sugar, brown sugar, 100 ml of water, cook it for like about 10 to 15 minutes. One string consistency and you're done. So इसे अभी coat कर लेते हैं. I have some brown sugar syrup ready. I'm going to just
Pour it.
pour
That's
some.
it?
Yeah, a little bit, not
Okay.
much. So just mix this up. So boba is ready. Now we need to make a mango flavored milk for the
Okay.
Falooda,
Okay.
and then we can assemble the Falooda.
Let's do it.
Chalo. So to make the mango flavored milk, I'm using normal milk. Try to use chilled milk.
Okay.
And here I have some fresh mango puree.
Okay.
You can use chopped mangoes.
I can also use coconut milk, right?
Yes, you can, to make it vegan. And mango and coconut go really well together. And a little bit of condensed milk just to make it rich. So we are not adding a lot of sweetness over here because boba has the syrup and it's sweet. So just a little bit of richness. We just need to give it a blitz. Chalo ji. We are
Basically,
done.
this is mango milkshake.
हाँ, it's mango milkshake. Chalo, we have everything ready over here, all
Okay.
components. Assemble करना है. I'll assemble mine.
Yes.
You
I'll do
assemble
mine.
yours, and then last में competition करते हैं, देखते हैं किसकी अच्छी बनती
Arey, you
है.
will win, yeah. Your recipe.
चलो, let's start.
Start? Okay.
Yeah. pehle,
Actually, you start.
yeah, I'll start first. The boba goes in.
Itna hi bas.
Yes.
I'll start with mango.
Oh, you're doing a different plating.
I will, yeah.
Wow, nice.
Come, you start. I will
Chalo.
follow lead or not.
ठीक है. I'm adding some mango puree. Some rose syrup, that's very typical to a Falooda. I also have done a version with raspberry puree. It tastes really good with mango.
Raspberry and mango, yeah.
Yes.
I can imagine. No, I want to do the milkshake now.
Okay, I'll get you that. And I'm doing nuts. So some cashew and some almonds. चलो थोड़े से chopped mangoes डाल देते हैं, ठीक है? और ये सब अभी चला गया इसमें.
You still have milkshake to add.
Now I'm going to add some ice cream first. बिना कुल्फी या ice cream के फलूदा कहाँ से बनेगा?
ठीक है.
ठीक है. तो थोड़ा सा वनीला ice cream डाल देते हैं. We'll do an ice cream scoop over here. ठीक है. Ice cream's done, and now I'm going to pour the mango flavored milk. And then थोड़ा सा ऊपर इसको garnish कर देंगे. थोड़ा सा color with some rose syrup. A little bit of nuts. थोड़ा मुंबई street vibes के लिए. And this looks beautiful like this.
Very cute.
Chalo, we're done actually.
While we eat this,
Yes.
I have a bunch of questions for you. Last set of questions,
Okay.
and then we will let you go.
Yes, chalo,
Okay?
cheers, and let's go.
In this segment, I'm going to be asking a bunch of questions to Chef Sanjyot. Ready?
Yes.
If you were not a chef, what would you be doing?
Can't think about anything else, but very few people know that I used to ride horses. And
Ride horses?
Yeah, I wanted to become a jockey, or I would become a dance jockey, a DJ.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We didn't know this.
Yes.
With whom would you swap your YouTube channel?
No one.
Why? Give me someone. Somebody who...
I've worked a lot for
Inspire.
this, so I can't give it up. Yeah.
Okay, fair. If you had to rename your food lab, what would it be?
I did not want to name it Sanjyot Keer or Chef Sanjyot Keer because I wanted this to be a little more bigger than what I am personally. And that is why I called it Your Food Lab, because I do everything for people and it's their food lab where I cook in and do all the experimentation. So I feel that's the best.
Explain.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So you won't give it up and you won't even change the name.
Yes.
I get it. Okay, you shouldn't have to. One shooting equipment you can't imagine your day without.
Camera, obviously.
Okay, fair. One piece of what's your favorite YouTube channel apart from yours?
Casey Neistat. So he's a vlogger from the States.
Okay.
And I've learned a lot from him. So
Okay.
yeah.
If you were hosting a dinner, what would your guest list look like? And I'm asking this because you haven't really hosted a real dinner for people, which I assure you he's going to do soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess if I get a chance to cook for my viewers, that would be the best day because I am because of them. And if I ever want to cook for someone, it will be for them.
That is very sweet. Your favorite place to eat in Mumbai?
I love Asian, you know that, Yavacha.
And favorite street food?
Everything Mumbai street food is my favorite food.
Okay, and one trend you can't stand?
I, as it is, don't jump into trends, so it's okay. I don't give a lot of attention to
That
it.
was really hard to convince you to cook something which is trending.
I still did.
You did a good job at that. Your favorite ingredient to cook with?
That's a difficult one. I can tell you a vegetable I like a lot, which people hate, is Karela. I love eating
Have you done Karela recipes?
Yes, I have. And in fact, I wanted to, make it look really sexy. So I told my team that I want a comment saying that I'm going to eat Karela after watching this. The first comment was that you made it look so beautiful, I'm going to try eating this.
Nice. That's victory. You're planning a date night. Tell us 5 things you'd cook.
So I'm not planning one right now, but when I first proposed Payal, my wife, I had cooked everything what she likes and what I was good at cooking. So it was a mix of both. So I'd done a butter chicken fries because she loves fries. I'd done a kiwi pani puri because I love chaat.
Okay.
And there was a chili basil prawns, I guess, because we both love Asian. And I think for desserts, I'd done a red velvet parfait. And there was something else. So I've named 4.
Yeah.
I don't remember the 5 other things what I cooked.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Chef you want to battle in a showdown?
I don't want to.
Why?
Because I've learned a lot from a lot of chefs
And
and
who
I
are these?
respect them all. So, a lot of them. And I respect a lot of them. So, I think more than competition, I would go and learn from them.
Okay.
That would be a better choice.
So let's say a chef you want to collab with, like a kitchen chef you want to collab with.
Ranveer Brar.
Give me a restaurant chef you want to collab with.
Maybe Chef Pratik.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's more important to you, followers or content?
Good content that leads to getting a good amount of followers.
You just sounded like Amir Khan from Three Idiots. A genre of YouTube channels that you don't like.
There's nothing like that.
What kind of content do you consume on YouTube?
I love watching tech. I love watching, music production. A lot of production based for video because we do a lot of production in house. So all of that content. Food is very less what I consume. I only go there to learn a few recipes if I want to. Otherwise, I don't actively and avidly watch a lot of food content. I'll watch a lot of food blogging to just go and travel around places if I can't.
Okay, this is good. You have answered all of them, and with that, we are done with this episode.
That was easy.
That was easy. Thank you, chef. You made it easy. You made this easy.
Thank you for having me on the show,
Thank
Sonal. It
you.
was a pleasure. Now let's enjoy
Let's eat,
this.
yeah.